Alright everyone, welcome back. We're playing Chrono Trigger. This is actually one of the best parts of my week. The more I think about it, I look forward to this so much now. I really enjoyed this game. I get sad when I don't have time to play it, which is mostly during the week. So last time we got my favorite character back. We got stalked by this freaking stalker bat. And then we came into this castle. And then we articulated everything that's happening. We started walking around in the entranceway. I always think of a Family Guy when they had that little cutaway joke and Peter's talking about narrating his life. Let's see, why are there the children? The Kidorinos blocking the chest. They're probably gonna fight me. Our treasure. Ha ha. Ha ha. This is the creepiest. I always have like crazy thoughts. Well, I don't have crazy thoughts, but I think this would be like really scary if someone I knew, like one of my parents or a friend or something like that, like you just wake up and they're in the room with you, watching you sleep, but they're not saying anything, they're just staring at you. Kind of like some Paranormal Activity stuff. Wanna play? I mean, I'll play with the treasure chest, and I'll play with what's inside the treasure chest. So we can go upstairs. We could do that, but that's obvious. That's what they're expecting. So let's actually go this way. Oh, this looks like... Is this the girl that was with Glenn? Ha ha. Ha ha. Hello, girls! Okay. Like, they're gonna shapeshift into something. Probably and attack me. As I take the chest! Oh no, they're not. This makes it 1,000 times more creepy. I found this on R-Creepy, on the Reddits. It was there's something I actually read off there. Where it's supposed to be some story of a family that mysteriously vanished. And it was from like the kid's perspective. Or something. It was like the kid going slightly insane, kept writing it down. When I can't remember things anymore, Dad went into the fog and hasn't come back. And it was creepy for like 2 seconds, and then you kind of start picking up on it with the writing. You're like, okay, this is all fake. This has to be 100% fake. I want the sword. And we can get these... I know this is like King of Figaro, but... Shelter. Mid-ether. I'm just getting items. As I was saying before, this game has a lot of treasure chests. Which makes you feel great. Because you're just picking up stuff, but a lot of it's just items. Man, I'm so congested though. I cleaned out my fan that I have in my room, and it's like pointed at me when I sleep. And it's been like slowly blowing dust out too, over time. Like all the loose dust that's in it now. And so sometimes I'll wake up, there's like a chunk of dust or something on my bed or the floor. And when I wake up and I'm all congested, I'm pretty sure it's just blowing dust nastiness into my face. So I'm assuming at some point you do something that makes these kids go away. Alright, we're almost decongested. Princess Nadia, I was wrong. Please return to the castle. Leanne. Or Leanne's mother. Rash, you're safe. Or Nadia's mother, but it's Leanne. Yes, Rash is here. The champ is here. Chrono, so this is where you've been since the festival. You had me worried sick. I was afraid the ghost got you. Let's make it as spooky as possible. I was watching Ghost Adventures before I started playing this too. This is just adding to my creepy feelings. I love Ghost Adventures. It's actually a paranormal show that I enjoy. Okay, so we have 2 thrones. Uh-oh. That's a first. Okay, Elgato just like blacked out. It hasn't done that since I switched the cables. So I really thought that it was improving finally. And it did, like the last 2 or 3 times I've recorded, it's been completely fine, but I'm really hoping it's not starting to do that garbage again. Just by switching the HDMI cables, it was pretty good. I wonder if the Elgato, like, just destroys HDMI cables somehow. I mean, that could be a thing. Because going one being bad Alright, you kind of expect that. 2 being bad. Like, I have 6 of those fuckers, so, you know, to have 2 going bad on the same device is kind of suspect. But, who knows? Oh. So, whatever... We made progress, apparently. Oh. Kefka laugh. Ozzy! Ganondorf! Welcome, Glenn. Or should I say, Sir Froggy? Mwah. Say, looks like you got some replacements for Cyrus. Magus is a tad busy right now. You'll have to take up your business with me. The swordsman, Slash, and Flea, the magician, and... these little bitches. You have to defeat all 100 of the beasts at Magus Castle. That's it? Just 100? Ooh, the music. This is ambient as fuck right now. So I'm thinking I really want to kill the bats. Just because there aren't a lot of them. Yeah. Target priority. Kill these bats. Because usually when there's a few of an enemy, it's either really weak or... and it's kind of contradictory, like, or it does something that, is worth removing them quickly for. I always wonder mechanically, too, is a critical hit a guaranteed hit? Like, how does it... I assume this isn't the case, but I was wondering, like, do they... I'm probably hitting the wrong one. Oh no, I got the right one. Okay. Yeah, I always wonder, like, if a game calculates the physical hit landing first, which it should, then it calculates the crit second, the crit second, then that's fine, that's what it feels like it should do. But I really feel like, I forget what game it was, I really feel like there was a game I was playing where it calculated your crit first, so you could skip around an evasion stat by having high crit. So it's like, if it was really highly evasive, but you had a high crit, you could guarantee hits. I could be wrong. That's just what I feel in my heart of hearts. So we had some fights, we did the stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I was watching Ghost Adventures. I haven't seen the new season until today. So I watched the first 3 episodes today. It was very entertaining. Dance, dance! For tonight our leader is to be born. Our leader? Ah, here comes the sacrifice. Is Lavos the leader? I guess just pick one. That's right, we do have the double evasion item too. The reason I'm prioritizing the weaker skeletons is because they have the same name as the stuff you fought before. Like when you fought them on the bridge, they were called the exact same thing, so I'm assuming, and it looks like it's correct, I'm assuming they're the same exact enemy with the same name, so no increased stats. So I'm assuming they'll die quickly. So just the analytical approach. Speaking of analytical, I'm taking calculus this semester, and they teach you to do things not just like algebraically, but to solve problems numerically, where you just kind of like plug and chug numbers, analytically, where you just kind of mentally assess what's happening, or graphically, which you graph it, which is helpful. It's really weird because there are some problems where, because you can do that kind of stuff, instead I have to defeat all the monsters, only more we'll try and kill something that's already dead. Humans? Oh gosh. Spooky, scary humans. I like that the battle music doesn't start. Like, it was kind of weird at first, obviously, but it's really cool. It really adds to the effect of this place. Yeah, see, they don't even hit that hard. I should be using techs, huh? Like techniques to try and like mass wipe these. I don't know, I'm hesitant at points to use techniques consistently just because I'm on the active ATB, which means I could be looking for attack kind of stuff. It does have a benefit where they'll move into position, but that's got the inverse, obviously, where they'll move out of position. But I also don't want to be like taking extra hits and stuff like that while I'm waiting for them to line up and using my stuff. Yeah, like, there are problems I'll do where I never even... Okay, there's the 2 throne rooms. You're gonna pray to the sword, praise the sun. Please help. Relieve us of this misery. They're all spooky. Like, there are problems I'll do where I don't actually write anything. Specifically, like, with limits, when they first start teaching you about that, it's... I mean, you can do algebra to simplify them a lot of the time, or some of the time. But there are times where it's like, when they start going towards infinity or whatever, you can just kind of gauge what's happening just in the analytical sense, where it's like, is the top shrinking by comparison, or is the bottom shrinking, so you can tell if it's going to infinity or 0 or negative or whatnot. It's interesting. It's a weird thing so far, but it's actually kind of cool. I wish I took my chemistry as seriously as I took my math. I'm trying to major in chemistry, but I just don't have the drive for it right now. How did you get past my cadaver pals? Cadaver. Cadaver, that's the word. Is this flea? Oh, never mind. It's been ages, Sir Slush! What's up, Slush? That's Slash? Oh, he was shit-talking, I love it. Oh, that makes sense, he's got the sword in the back. You slimy dolt! Still playing the comedian, Glenn? You'd be singing a different tune if Cyrus hadn't been there with you last time. Okay, let's be serious. They may be talking about a fight they had, where Slash did let him go. That could have happened. But Magus kinda let Glenn go. You'd have fit right in with those bony fellows you just busted up. We got bosses.
We got bosses.
Ooh, just crit him, just show him, Chrono. You're not playing your shit. So far, attack, attack, attack. Okay. Maybe he counters physical. That's a really funny attack. Yes, I don't even need to heal, do I? I just did it. Because he said the attack thing, and then he punched me, so I'm wondering if... it's kind of like the reverse. You kill the swordsman with magic, and then you kill the magician with swords. Oh, he's not... Actually, was there one there? I honestly couldn't tell. Nope, 85. So we're not doing a lot of damage. Nope, okay. We're just gonna punch him to death. At least that attack just happens. He should have something else, though. Unless he's just... I mean, he's technically a mini-boss. I'm just wondering if he's just, like... He's really supposed to be this weak. Because so far he's not doing a whole lot. Just kind of a... HP bag. Gotta start getting those crits, buddy. I should probably do Ice Sword. Because combined they do about 220 something. For, what you call it, their 2 physical attacks. Let's see what the Ice Sword does. See if that does a little more. If this breaks 220, this is more efficient for damage in turns. 3. Attack, attack, attack. I guess he's saying that he's attacking. He's got the, why is he on Chrono so much? I just want to see Rash actually use this. That doesn't heal for a lot. I wonder if that scales with magic stat. It probably does. Because I'm assuming Frog's magic stat isn't that high, so that makes sense. Ooh, shit. You ever had to cure so hard that it's just like 100 more HP than your actual max? I can honestly take like the magic scarf off her and she'd be okay. Oh shit. That didn't do a lot. Oh, they have final attacks. Now let's get to business. This is gonna do me a world of good. Now he's got the sword, right? Take my sword off the wall! And with no sires to protect you, you're mine. You dare to oppose me? Okay, shut that up. I mean, he's a swordsman. He's got the fast anime movement going on. Magic immune. Counterattack in a line, so his positioning really matters. Gets the crits. So I guess we have to just sword him to death. That's great when you guys just chain crit like that. That's very helpful. Yes! All of the crits. All of the crits. Yeah. Just waiting for that attack. There's really no point to using Marley's physical, it feels like. If I can just keep everyone topped off, especially when there's like wannabe final attacks. It wasn't that strong, but maybe it'll make a bigger one this time. I kind of doubt it, but you have to operate off the information you're given. See, I thought about holding Marley's attack like a couple seconds ago, but he attacks so slow and he doesn't do a whole lot of damage that I really don't need to. So I'm wondering if I accidentally over-leveled when I was doing the cave and the prehistoric time, but then at the same time, so Chrono's the one that's always getting beat up here. It's actually notable since Chrono's been like hit by every single attack, I think, both the single attacks and the group attacks. I think something worth noting if you're playing this for yourself is if you just want to keep Chrono alive. Oh, there we go. You can give Chrono that HP boost item, like the 25%. Since he's taking more hits, it should help out. I'm assuming. And now he's picking on Frog. Lick yourself, Frog. Yeah, that didn't do a lot. I forgot about that. It's pretty much a tank and spank boss, though. I thought about if I overleveled or not, but then maybe I didn't. Oh, fuck. Those are actually kind of scary. Because I haven't done a lot of battles with Frog, so Frog isn't overleveled. Unless they give him to you overleveled, which would make sense. Yeah, I worry about overleveling just because I don't want to make the game super easy. Like, especially old school JRPGs, you can really trivialize things by grinding up. Especially when your stats scale, like your personal character stats. So if you get more power per leveling up, that's sometimes more valuable than a weapon. Especially if I'm getting like, 2 or 3 attack. Getting a level where I get 1 or 2 strength is going to be almost as good. He should be almost done. Whatever. Actually, he's in an attack. That was dumb. That's probably the worst choice I made. Just because I was lazy. I took 2 turns to heal 1 person. Okay, it didn't matter. That yes indeed thing. We've seen that before. Who did that? Was it the, I think it was Masa and Mune. Oh, he's just going off now. Are these counterattacks? Let's wait. Yeah. These are indeed counterattacks. We almost killed ourselves with counterattacks. Alright, he's done. It looks like he's done with the counterattack spam. Well, it's not really counterattack spam, I'm the one causing it. I guess he's still going. It's gonna make the rest of this fight harder. Okay, so we really need to pick our spot here. We gotta heal everyone up and do the attack. Oh, I guess he's dead. I was gonna say heal up, attack, attack. A lot of stuff for that. Or a lot of just XP and cash. Unbelievable! But following the line of duty for Magus leaves me with few regrets. You gonna commit Sudoku? Do we get a sword? Got 1 slasher. Let's look. Let's take a look, guys. What do we get? Do we get the slasherinas? It's a katana, naturally. Ooh! I want it. It's the kind of weapon I wanted. No point to buying the flint edge for 2 seconds. Speed +2, double star. Is this speed maxed? is 16 max speed. So Chrono really doesn't need more speed at this point. I can just make Chrono a complete monster. That'd be interesting, but this isn't really helpful anymore. Double evasion, let's try this. Because, like, if Chrono's just hitting so hard with decent defenses, like, if Chrono's stacked right now, is what I'm trying to say, is quick as lightning. Please don't unsubscribe. I need you. Yeah. Oh wait, I need to save, huh? And it begs the question too. Not begs the question, but if Chrono's speed keeps increasing, at some point he's not going to need a speed up so he can focus on another stat. I guess I don't want to fight these again. So just walk by. Hopefully we can get the other one in the same video, Flea. Which I'm assuming we have to kill with magic. So it's a good thing we went back and got rash magic. That's the assumption anyway. I'm really hungry though. You assholes didn't leave? Yes. In that case, will you play with us, please? Pretty please? Please? Yeah, that's fine. This is better than playing hide and seek with you assholes. I should use magic. I forgot that you have to attack these with the magics. I'm pretty hungry though. Haven't had breakfast yet. I woke up, watched my ghost shows, and then decided I'm gonna play this instead of do my chemistry homework. My chemistry teacher just gives too much homework. That's the big thing. Is like she'll give a chapter and a half worth of questions per week because she's trying to get through like. Well, it's not a chapter and a half. It's a little less than that. But it's a little more than one chapter because she's trying to get through like a 19-chapter book in 17 weeks or something like that. And it just sucks ass, dude. Barrier? I think I have one of those. Because she'll give you the... No, I had a defender. That's weird. Where's the barrier? Cuts magic hits by a third. I guess that's an... Okay. So that is... Is that barrier? It is. Protect and barrier. Right? And then walls the combo? Okay. Or... Traditionally. So I guess that's... in-battle item. Which... Actually, that might help. Huh? Because we're gonna... Magus is supposed to be a magician. Flea has magic. Princess Nadia. I was wrong. I mean, I didn't have to fight this thing, but I decided to. As roadkill, my dear. Ooh. Just gonna kill the bats first, because they go down in one hit. So I guess someone's spam healing is probably the sorcerer. Yeah, my chemistry teacher gives out so much homework. Like, she'll give out about 50 questions or so for like a one-night thing. Oh gosh. Wasn't too bad. Or not a one-night thing, but like a one-week thing. And those questions take forever sometimes. Like, so you have to do that. But then on top of that, she makes you do an online quiz, which is worth 60% of the homework assignment's grade. And so it's like a, 8 to 12 question quiz or something like that. You have to do that online, and you only have 30 hours to do it. Like, it opens Wednesday afternoon and closes Thursday night. And then on top of that, she'll give you quote-unquote supplemental problems. So it's like, all the problems in the book aren't enough, and then the quiz isn't enough. She'll give you extra problems on a handout sheet. Rash, you're safe. And it just, it's so much on top of having to do the lab reports too. I guess we better do something about that. It's just too much for me. It just really discourages me. Oops. I probably should have hit him again. Because, I mean, he's just going to heal himself. Actually, I didn't. That was a waste. Bastard. So let's keep going on this guy. Little dudes aren't attacking me as much, so hopefully we can just kill the sorcerer. Especially with these crits. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like you have to read the chapter, which can take a while. You have to do all these extra problems and stuff, and it just takes forever. I was really hoping to get to Flea in this episode. I might not be able to, though. Yeah, it's really bothersome. Plus, you learn multiple things in, like, one chapter. That makes it harder. It's like, well, there are 10 sections, and I'll have, like, 8 concepts to try and understand, and it's a lot to read, it's a lot to do. I really don't want to fight this thing. I guess I'll fight this thing. Maybe I should have fought this, actually. That was a mistake. Yeah, so you do just all this crap, and the reason my math homework is more manageable is just because, like, one chapter is one topic. So it's like, you know, in chapter 4, my chemistry book was talking about types of reactions, how to calculate certain things, how to measure certain things. It's like, you know, 3 or 4 different things, and probably more than that, in one chapter. But then when I do, you know, my math homework, it's like chapter 2 was limits. Just limits and limits only. I mean, there are different kinds of limits, so I guess you can kind of make that argument where it's like different stuff is happening. You're learning different concepts, but it's like, it's still limits. It's like, you know, you're saying like if you had an elementary school book, and it was, like, the first chapter was adding numbers. Like, okay, what happens when we add numbers to 0? What happens when we add numbers that aren't 0? What happens when we add numbers that are 2 digits? Or make 2 digits, you know, it's really, you know, you're still on pace with the same idea. Just, yeah, just too much with my teacher, though. You have to do the online quiz, which is a bitch, and then you have to do the lab reports, which you have to handwrite everything, and then sometimes you have to use Excel. I had to buy Excel for this class. Are we gonna push this? I think so. I don't think this boss fight's on time. Let's see. Fuck it. I'm gonna hate myself when I'm editing. I have like a giant render time. The magician Flea, I presume. I guess we can still punch him. Steals MP. You dick! Wait, that isn't Flea. Where's the real Flea? Over here. I guess he was the bat. I thought it was Magus. Honestly, oh. Giving up, little tadpole. It's a grill. Who is this person? Keep your guard up. There's no ordinary woman. Meet Flea, the magician. What the? Hey, I'm a guy. Well, it's androgynous. That is a guy? Male, female, what's the difference? Power is beautiful, and I've got the power. So this is something that's been happening in, like, animes and games from Japan for a while. This probably really screwed with kids in America in '95. Poor little froggy. You must be lonely now that Cyrus is gone. And to be turned into something so hideous, dreadful. But since you brought your new friends over to play, I'll show you a good time. So we do get boss music. Oh gosh. Swords still work. Blowing the kiss. I usually don't like the mobile backgrounds in these old school games. Just because it's something else to focus on, even though it's in the background. I'm always looking at it. Alright, we got confusion. I guess you have to spam a heal. It's a good thing we bought heals out the yin-yang. Actually, I need to give Chrono Some ether action. I have 31 mid-ethers, are you serious? I really find that many? I don't remember buying any. Maybe I did. Just punch it to death. Oh, the new Destiny comes out next week too. There's no way. I wanted to stream it. There's no way, dude. Just, I have too much to do. Thankfully, I had 2 exams this week. Well, I'm not thankful about that, but I had both my first chemistry midterm and my first math midterm. And I got a C, I think, on the, Is Chrono silenced? Oh, he's blind. I need the group attack! Oh, frog. Get it together, dude. A lot of status ailments going on in this fight. Poison. Is Marley not poison? I don't see poison bubbles. So I think we're okay. I guess the poison's a percentage chance to land after that. Yeah, my chem exam, I think I got a C. It was really easy except for the last 3 problems. Were like big-ass word problems and they were worth 34% of the grade. It was really sad. Chrono, why? Why you do this? I don't put her to sleep though. Oh, that's the... Okay, this is how this fight could really get out of control. Is you could be like really hurt, and then you have to heal someone because they get confused like this. Like your medic gets confused. Oh wow, just wasted an attack because Chrono attacked everyone. Like everyone's getting low, and then you hit like a critical status ailment or something. And then you just kind of lose, you start losing people. That's a really scary concept. My math exam I did okay though. I'm pretty sure it's graded on a curve, so I most likely got an A. Even if I got like an 80%, just because, you know, like a math score average in classes, I'm really expecting the class average to be like a C or something, like an actual average. So if I can score over that, I usually get a B or an A. Yeah, my math homework is just a lot easier because I can just pound out problems to study it. Oh shit, I didn't realize how low everyone's getting. You stop talking. I need to stop, like, not focusing on the game. Why you gotta do that, dude? Does Frog get an action? Yes. Like, in chemistry, the reason it's also harder to learn some of this stuff is because when you do the homework, you don't get a ton of problems. Like, I said you get a lot of problems, but you don't get a lot that, for the mathematical parts, you don't get a lot of them to practice the actual math problem solving. You'll get like 3 or 4 at best. Meanwhile, when I do my math homework, I can pound out like 50 of those and really understand what I'm doing. How can this be? But I'm a flea, Sir Magus. I dropped sick rhymes. This episode went a little longer than I wanted. Magic tab. Alright, so we're gonna cut here. We're gonna use the magic tab. On our magician. Our dark magician. Okay, so next time, more of this castle. I'd rather cut it at a save point, but I don't have a save point, so look forward to that, and I will see you later.